Did you know that you could make excellent money producing and making audiobooks? You don't even need to have your own book to produce or to read. All you need to do is read the book. How do we do it? We'll talk about that in a minute. Who am I? I'm Gregg. I'm with Vertical Vision 405. I'm here to help you find your side hustle, find your income streams, and find ways for you to make money and find your financial freedom. So how do we make money with audiobooks? Well, there's a couple ways that we can do this. One, any book that is out of copyright, you can read it as an audiobook and submit that to Amazon, actually. And Amazon is the biggest distributor of audiobooks there is. So let's get started with that approach first. To make an audiobook, the first thing you need to do is pick a book. Pick any book that you would like to read. Now, you will need a quiet place, and there are some minimum audio requirements that you're going to need to meet. So you may need a better microphone to do this. Head on over to acx.com. ACX is Audible or Amazon's audiobook place. Now, you can make your own audiobooks right here. What I suggest doing is you start with the introduction or something short in the book. Record that and submit it and wait for the feedback. Don't be discouraged if the first go-round gets rejected, because what they're going to do is they're going to tell you very clearly what they heard or did not hear in your audio recording that they would like. So you may have to do this 2 or 3 times. That's okay, don't be discouraged. The beauty is, once you figure out what they're looking for, you can use those settings and that style and everything for the rest of the entire book. Don't make the mistake of reading the entire book before you submit your recordings. So step 1, real simple. Go ahead and find a book that you want to read. Step 2 is actually find a quiet place to record. Now, a way that you can set up your simple little recording studio is actually in a closet. A closet full of clothes is better than an empty closet, because that clothes is going to cause sound deadening, making it a nice quiet place. Now, you can also use blankets and pillows propped up around you. You can sit on the floor. On the carpet is great because there's no echo. So that is a cheap hack on how to make a little studio. Get a good microphone. I use a high quality microphone here. You don't need a microphone like I have. There are plenty of other ones that are much more affordable. One of my favorites that actually works with cell phones as well is an Audio-Technica AT2020, and they have the AT2020 USB. I have used the 2020 USB with my iPhone. There's a adapter that you can get that goes from USB to Lightning. You plug that into a powered hub into your iPhone, works perfect. If you'd like to see more about that, I've got a video for it. Just shoot me a message and I'll show you how that works. But anyway, you may need a higher quality microphone, but if in doubt, go ahead and try and shoot the audio just on whatever you already have. Then upload that as your first chapter of the audiobook and see what the comments back from ACX are. If ACX says everything's fine, well, you don't need to buy anything or change anything. You've already got what you need, and go ahead and start recording the rest of the book. I do still suggest that you record this 1 chapter at a time and submit it, because maybe something's changed, maybe something's off, maybe there's a noise in the background that popped up that you didn't know about. So I would hate for you to record an entire book and then find all of your files rejected, and you need to do all that work again. So finding a book, I think I said this earlier, if it's out of print and out of copyright, it is a book that you can do without paying anyone anything. How do we know if it's out of copyright? We can do a quick Google search, but typically anything older than, I believe it's 70 years old, will most likely be out of copyright. But you can do a quick Google search on that. Your old classics are great. A lot of people are looking for audiobooks of the old classics because they would like to read them, but they don't want to read them themselves. They would rather listen to them style read them. So pick your favorite old classic, create an audiobook of it, and voila, you've got your first audiobook to go. When you're done, it's all set up on ACX, you click publish, and that's it. You've got your first audiobook all done, ready to make money. ACX is going to post it on Audible and Amazon so that people can find it. You can also promote it across all of your social media platforms so that people know you just created an audiobook. The second way that you can do this is you can actually go to Fiverr, Fiverr.com, and create a gig for recording audiobooks. Now, I suggest if you go this route, you look around at some other people who have already created audiobooks to see what their gig profiles are like, to get some ideas on how to create your gig profile. Once you create your gig profile, you can now charge people money to read their book for them. There are many authors who would love to have their books read, but they don't want to read their books themselves. So you can offer a very valuable service to people who would like their books read as an audiobook to be produced as an audiobook. Now you can do this two different ways. You can record it as audio files that you submit to that author to upload themselves, or you can provide the service where you will create the entire audiobook yourself. Whatever method works for you. Now, typically when you create an audiobook for someone else, you get paid for creating the audiobook, but you are not going to get the continual sales from the audiobook. Now, before you get too excited about the millions of dollars that you will make from the audiobook, I want you to know up front that you can make good money from an audiobook, but it's not like incredible money, and it's not like as soon as you produce it, all of a sudden money starts pouring in. Believe it or not, even the best known authors do not make a ton of money from their books. It's just not the way it is. Audiobooks and regular books don't produce a whole ton of money. But the beauty of the audiobook is it will continually produce money time and time and time again. So it's a recurring revenue stream. It's always there. And once it's up, you really don't have to do anything else to make money from it. You can continually promote it if you would like to, which will help increase your sales. And the more audiobooks you make, the more of these books you will have that will continually produce money for you month after month after month. So it is a great way to make some money, but like any real hustle, you're not going to make millions of dollars overnight. So if that's your thought, I just want to be clear, you're not going to make your millions overnight, but you can make good money from audiobooks. I hope this was helpful for you to find a hustle that works for you. If you've got any questions, thoughts, leave them in the comments below. I'd love to read them. And if you'd like help finding your hustle or even how to start this hustle, there is a link in the description where you can schedule 30 minutes with me. I would love to help you out on your journey to freedom and finding your hustle, income streams that work for you.